or if there was a loading ban. Generally speaking, if there's a ban, it's generally what we call an instant notice. There's no grace, there's no can I be 5 minutes or anything else. It's an instant notice. Other restrictions, such as yellow lines, may have a 5 or 10 minute grace period. And where there is a grace period, the beauty of our electronic handsets is that it's inbuilt into the handset, so the officer cannot short that. If it's a 5 minute bay, it's a 5 minute bay. The handset will not let the officer go forward until that 5 minute grace period has expired, and they cannot override it. Which is basically what I've just said there. We took over responsibility in 2017 from the police. The only thing the police can generally still do, that we can still do, is parking on a zigzag. The difference is theirs is a fine, criminal, and they can issue points on the licence, whereas ours is civil, and we can't put points on the licence. If me and the police turn up at the same time, the police take precedence. That's the national law of the land, but generally speaking, it's pretty well only us that will do the zigzags. Pavement parking, contrary to popular belief, is not technically illegal. It is in London, and there's a proposal by central government to make it illegal throughout the rest of the country. If somebody parks on the pavement now, if there's a yellow line, we would actually enforce the yellow line, because the yellow line extends to the edge of the highway, which will include the pavement. So even if all four wheels of the vehicle are on the pavement, it's still technically in breach of the yellow line. The police can do it for obstruction. We have no obstruction powers. But if it is blocking the pavement, then the police are the only ones who can deal with it as an obstruction. But I know there's many new housing estates that if they don't park on the pavement, it doesn't work. And if the government do insist that pavement parking is blanketly illegal, that would give us many problems which we'll have to solve. But I think although it's going through government at the moment, I think we're probably at least a year away before that sort of starts to hit us. This is off one of our maps that show me where the yellow lines are. Each colour there tells me something different. So you might have pane display in the middle there. You might have a loading bay. You might have all sorts of other restrictions. Where it's yellow, that is actually a yellow line. It could be a single or double. But that just gives you a look at what Western looks like. So obviously we do have more officers in Western on a daily basis, not just because it's pane display, because there is predominantly more yellow lines in Western than there is in any other town in North Somerset. So, for example, that's Portishead. And I think you can see that there is a bit of difference between Portishead, whereas I could probably have 2 or 3 officers in Western and still not get round them all. In theory, Portishead, one officer at least, probably can get round every single yellow line with ease in a single day. But that's just a historical thing where the yellow line